Oops, I accidentally hit that again. Hey, everybody, how's it going? How's your Saturday doing? A couple things where we stop off. Hope there's some more people coming in because I want to hear some more of you guys' stories. But first off, let's keep William Nighthawk, D.A. Roberts, and anybody else is having some issues. Ray was talking about his. Let's keep them in our prayers. Um, they're the three of them are dealing with some sick and stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people around me is dealing with it as well. I'm finally, for the most part, have kicked what I was dealing with. It still hits me from time to time, but for the most part, I'm done with mine. Um, just a little, also another thing. Sunday of the Super Bowl, I will not be doing a the Bizarre and Unknown show. I'll be with family watching the Super Bowl. So I will not have a show that Sunday. So I will tomorrow, but next week I will not. The week after that, Jesus Payon will be back on for part two of the Giants. So tomorrow's the Bizarre and Unknown show is going to be the Bermuda Triangle. So I'm looking forward to that, and I've been doing some research on that. But I've been dealing with a lot of stuff here lately, and I'm kind of running behind. I had an engine blow up my trunk this week, and some other stuff. So I am trying to get a new engine for my truck and get it put in because I'm down to just my motorcycle now. So let's kick this off. How's everybody doing today? Ozzy, Ray, good to see you. Good to see you. For those who come in later on, this is a Saturday night show. It is a non-formal show. It's just where we get together and you guys can share your stories and talk about some experiences that you've had. May it be paranormal, supernatural, cryptid, UFO, mythological, folklore. Man, this is just kind of sit around a campfire and chat. I will be in a new office either by tomorrow or a um, the following week after the Super Bowl. I've been in there working on getting everything set up into a different room where I have a little bit more space. So hopefully I can have that done tonight for tomorrow's show. But if not, it'll be the following show after that. But it's good to see people in here. And so, what's everybody been up to lately? Anybody got any new paranormal stuff or cryptid? Any more encounters that they want to talk about? I know lately I've had a few things happen here, but unfortunately I cannot talk about them at this moment due to that docu series that I'm with. So that I will just say it's cryptid based has been mine the last few days. None of it bad. I've not had any bad. I've had a couple possible paranormal things, but I didn't catch it, and it was very, very brief. And this I just couldn't. I don't want to really say it was because it wasn't nothing definitive. So I mean, it could have been something simple. So therefore, being as I can't definitively say it was paranormal, I really don't want to, go into that. So, but no, most of mine's been cryptid, which I could talk about on a later time. Also, some good news that I forgot to talk about last week. I got with Shane from West Coast Dogman Project. Come around April, May, possibly March, I will have him on the show with me on the Bizarre and the Unknown, and we're going to talk about Dogman. So as soon as he comes back and he's ready, I'll let you guys know. So, but tomorrow, join me for the Bermuda Triangle, technical term or a modern term for it. The actual term is Devil's Triangle, and in a couple weeks, have Jesus Pay y'all back on. So, Ozzy, how you been? How's things going over there in Australia? Which Australia, when you're talking about Bermuda Triangle, is kind of interesting. I found some stuff out. Where currently, and I believe I picked up a spirit. or could have been here before. I had my cat get spooked, almost lost last few months. What what was it doing? Cats and dogs both, but I mean, cats are really, really in tune to the paranormal and supernatural side. I was talking to some friends yesterday, and they were telling me about some experiences they had. I was like, man, you got to email me your experiences so I can do a couple videos on it. We'll see what happens. But I love that stuff. Speaking of which, I guess I need to put them banners up there. For anybody watching or watches this later, woo, excuse me, I didn't get much sleep. Watches this show later on. If you have any kind of encounter, please email me here and I'll do a short video on it. If you want to be anonymous, we'll keep you anonymous. If you don't, we won't. But you let me know your stories, man. I would love to hear them. Um, but what happened to your cat, Ray? Hey, yeah, well, what happened to your cat and what makes you think? Heather, how you doing? But what's led you to your experiences? And Heather, if you got any stories, man, you want me to share on here, put it in this message here. We'll talk about it. That's what this show is. This is a non-formal show. This is just friends getting together talking about things we've experienced. Now, there's some things I cannot experience because of a contract I'm under, so that will have to be a different time. Um, Let me pop this up here. I wear hoodies to sleep in a sleeping, or I wear hoodies to sleep in a sleeping bag. I woke up with multiple scratches across my back. Ooh, yeah. No worry, Ozzy. Be safe, hun. Thank you for trying. I mean, thank you. Um, them scratches. Yeah, that's no fun. For those that you watch this later on, or it's in here now, Ozzy Sue's in Australia, so they're dealing with some storms right now. I was watching her kind of bounce in and out, so that's understandable. I can't falter on that. But I want to know how long were these scratches? How wide were they? And did is that what woke you up? My cat would stare at the ceiling, hiss, and then she would hide in my room. Ooh, that is intriguing. That means that was something really bad. So between that and the scratches, yeah, you had a pretty fun encounter there. Oh, and also before I forget too, why Ray's keeping us updated on his new encounter, y'all. My edit working on my book, which was the start of this show, Campfire Chats with Eric and guests, had over 100 views already. That's awesome. Thank you guys. I mean, I've got some really good views. I mean, Jesus Payon's been a good one. My Neanderthal has been a good, and anybody new to um, this, you subscribe to this channel. I appreciate everything you do, and thank you so much for all the new subscribers. 4 to 5 inches up and down my back, and one long across my back. Interesting. So it is something that really doesn't like you. 4 to 5 inches up and down my back, and one long across. Were you laying on your stomach or were you laying on your back when that happened? I'm kind of curious. And I ask these questions because I like putting things together. So every encounter that someone has is not only just a mystery, but it's a puzzle. And until you put everything together, it's hard to get the answer. In the area in Richmond, Kentucky, was a Civil War battlefield. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah. Or no, we are just talking about something else the other day. But Ray, were you laying on your back or your stomach when you got them scratches? Okay. Yeah. See, I sleep that way a lot too, Ray. I really do. For me, it's the most comfortable position for me to lay on is either on my side or my back. And you is in a deep sleep. Uh, I'm trying to think of another good question because I want to try to piece together what's happening there. Um, well, have you been doing any renovating there lately? That'd be kind of curious because I know in a lot of instances when you do some renovation, especially if it's a spot that's had ghosts longer or spirits longer there than you've been there, so paranormal activity longer than you've been there. If you renovate, that usually aggravates the tar out of them, which can lead to stuff like this. And my cat was sleeping on a table by mom in the living room. Huh. So she wasn't even in the room. Along with have you been renovating? Um, have has mom or anybody else been affected, or has it just been focused on you? That's another curious one too. I mean, I know there's a Civil War for the United States. Around Native American heavily populated areas and Civil War populated areas seems to be a very high number of it. But I mean, it's all over. I've seen shadow people at night. Okay, that's a common thing too. Which shadow people can be either shadow peoples or other entities trying to form. Oh, wow. While we're still talking about this too, I want to let you all else or let everybody else know. Um, for those of you who read my books, in Saga Gramson Book 2 was the introduction of a character for D.A. Roberts. Um, he is also in one of the books I am working on called The Emerald Legion. Well, I have somebody else, and it's a man that's helped me a lot with medical stuff. So, in my Western book, which is not a cryptid horror, it's just a straight up Western book, Cody Barrett, The Start of a Legend, Carrie, Pocket Doc Davis himself, will be making an appearance in that book. I rent. I haven't done any remodeling in 7 years. Okay, so there's been but okay, so yeah, no remodeling, and you're getting scratches. Is it focused on you or everybody else there as well? I mean, your cat's going to pick up on it. I mean, your cat will pick up on stuff before you pick up. That's just a give me. But has the entity focused on solely you or every other person in the home? I just thought of something before I get back to work on that office. When I'm done with the show, I've got to go put my jump pack or my jump starter up before it rains. We're supposed to get rain. It's getting cloudy out. On you. So it's focused on you. Okay. On me. Have you picked anything up new, like at a thrift store, garage sale, or found something prior to this happening? Or have you dabbled in something paranormal or supernatural you should not have? Okay, so intriguing. So you haven't picked anything new up. You haven't found anything, you haven't dabbled in anything. So obviously it was something that's lived there. And you've been there for 7 years. Well, pop up here. Why are you not? Oh, there we go. Nope. Um, and you haven't. Um, has this been recent? Has it just started? Just started last week. Huh. What have you done that's been different than your usual? Because you've had to done something to aggravate it, you would think. Turn my fan off for a minute. I'm getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. I'm too fluffy to take my clothes off. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like something was banging up against my metal straps under my home. Huh. That was like right under me, too. So that's the only thing you done is you sealed the back door for air leaks. I wonder if that was his way in and out. I wonder if he traveled and now you pissed him off because you sealed that off. Let's see if I want to try a trick here. Oh God, yeah, no, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to do with the glare. I can't read that. I need to get my contacts. When I set up the new office, I'm gonna try to set this up better where I ain't got the glare. I want to try to set my monitors and my camera up a little higher. Um, Try to keep the glare off my glasses. So I'm hoping that will. I'm hoping I can work on something like that. I mean, that could be a possibility. When you sealed that door off for air, that was like its way out and in, and still, I mean, I know what you mean because we used to do that with, old blankets, old towels. We would seal the doors like that until we had to get in or out uh, to knock the draft down. Um, but disturbing that, as long as that's been there, I mean, that could be what caused it. I'm not saying for sure. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but that's definitely a possibility. Definitely a real good possibility of why they started doing that. And you could have just your demeanor could have set it off. It could be something new that's moved in that set it off. Has mom gotten anything new or done anything that could have brought this in? But obviously, it's focused on you. So, I mean, you would think, as the theory goes, it's focused on you because of what you did. But it could be attached to something else there, and it just doesn't like you. I mean, that is a possibility as well. Oh, yeah, never mind. That's why that's moving. I just happened to look over, see my backdrop moving. I was like, I turned my fan off. um, but yeah, I know. I mean, I get with the ceiling of the bags. I'm gonna play with something while you're getting ready to send the next message. Oh, that don't change nothing. Okay, still learning this system. Still like know what that was. It hit that strap under my house. It was like right underneath me, like right behind me, underneath me. Haven't seen anything go bolting out. Um, sorry. Let me get back to this. My cat litter box is in the corner. After she done her business, she bolts it. So that is, I'd probably be moving that. Just FYI, I would probably want to move that because that tells me right there that whatever is there, that's its main area. If she bolts from that area a lot, especially after doing her business, yeah, yeah, I'd probably find a new place for that because I'd say that it's probably focused somewhere around that area. Back door. What do you mean by back door, Ray? Real quick. Is that, are you talking about the one you sealed off? Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. I just want to make sure I was correct before went to assume that's what it was. Is that you was talking about the back door being sealed off? That's intriguing. That is very intriguing, actually. Huh? I mean, you've had done something to aggravate it to the point where it's attacking you, though. Stoppe. Nine. Stoppe. Nine. We're not going to do this barking thing already. Well, you're going to have to come over here, dude. You're going to bump your head like you always do. Come on. Come over here. Come on. Come on. You want up here? You got up here. Okay, there you go. Got to get your internet time in. I know. Oh, yes, I know, buddies. Oh, I know. You haven't had your internet time this week, so now you got to soak it in. Ah, that's my ear. Excuse you. I'm trying to think of something else that may be causing it, man. But if it's focused on you, it's something you probably did that it didn't like. And only blocking the back door, sealing off the back door from the draft doesn't. I mean, like I said, unless it traveled around, it was it, or it's just something that moved in and decided that it didn't like you. What? You are a spoiled brat. You know that? Oh, 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 poor Snow. Poor Snow. You are spoiled. You're a handful. You know that. You are a handful. You know you're blocking my mic too, dude. What? Ah. Uh, Let me put you over here, dude. There you go. What? It's better this way. Ah, don't French kiss me. Um, but that's intriguing. Did you happen by chance taking pictures of them scratches, Ray? Why don't you take a nap on my shoulder? No, get you. Ah, I'm kind of intrigued if you took pictures of them scratches. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Get back. There we go. What? It's just the girls. It's just the girls. It's okay. Well, excuse you. Did you have to burp on there? The polite thing would be, excuse me. My little buddy. My spoiled buddy. Yep. Did I lose you, Ray? Yeah, that's on. Did you happen to take pictures of your scratches, Ray? Hmm. Well, seems like I've lost me. Hey, come on, dude. Excuse you. You're gassy. Um. Oh, I know one story I can share. So my daughter and her friend, my youngest daughter and her friend, were out stargazing last night, and they come running in late last night, excited because they seen a boomerang shaped UFO and had blinking lights and was moving oddly. And my daughter comes in and goes, Dad, I just saw a UFO. You believe me, right? And I'm like, yeah, honey, I see him out here all the time. I said, I've showed a lot of people. Um, so that was kind of cool for her to have her very first UFO experience. Oh, it's a boomerang shape. I've seen that. Now I could play devil's advocate on that and say, well, yeah, that could have been a stealth bomber, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is, the very definition UFO is unidentified flying object, and that's what she's seen. She's seen something last night she could not identify. Um, but it apparently it had a bunch of blinking lights and a bright light, and it was boomerang shaped. So it could have been a stealth bomber. It could have been an alien craft. Who knows? But she had her first experience last night. She was just all giddy about it. It was kind of cool. So I need to drop this page. Ooh, I guess I should have left it up. But Ray, is that you back in here, bud? That's just Bucky. Don't start. I know what you're going to do. That's just Bucky. Don't start. But so yeah, for her to no, I said do not start. It's Bucky and the girls. We're not going to start this barking. You're going to behave. You need to sit still before you fall. But I might let me text her real quick. I might have her get on here real quick and talk about her encounter. See what she says. But I'm kind of curious on any uh, any pictures you may have took of all that happened, Ray. And anybody else that's came in, if you got some encounters you want to talk about on here, cool, cool. Could you email them to me by chance? I'd like to see them scratches. Um, I mean, if you can email them to me, let me know. Email them to this one right here. If you don't mind me looking at, if you don't want me to show them on here, let me know. But I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to see if Jessica wants to talk about her UFO experience last night. She probably left her phone in the room. She's outside. Hey, I'll see if she picks it up here in a little bit. If she does, I'll have her come on and tell her story. She's out there doing her gardening stuff right now, trying to get her flower beds going, getting them ready. Oh, that was Bucky. Heard something again and was trying to figure out if it was that metal noise I heard before I came on live. But no, I mean, I got a kick out of her sharing uh, her little story. She was just so excited. Which I mean, I remember my first UFO experience too. Granted, I thought it was Santa Claus, so I was excited for a different reason. But uh, still, I mean, it's something, still something fun to experience. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to switch this around. Get to the right one. Oh, that stinks, dude. Dang. Let me get you a breath mint. Smells like poo. Is that poo? It smells like poo. Most of the scratches healed up, but the left side of my back scratches healed up, but the left side of my back had not. Interesting. So I mean, it cut deep. They cut deep then. That is. So yeah, I mean, you had an aggravated one. He's about to fall asleep, folks. Yeah, you had an aggravated one, all right. You're falling asleep with a smile. But yeah, if you want to send me them pics, I'll show them on here. I'll just look at them personally. You let me know, Ray. I mean, either way, however you want to do it, I am fine with that. So I don't know who else is in here, but hello, how are you? Welcome to the campfire. If you have a story of an encounter of a cryptid mythological, folklore, supernatural, paranormal, let's talk about it. Man, I didn't do a good showman voice on that one. I got to work on that. Hey, bud, let me put you down for a minute, okay? It's kind of hard to do stuff when I got to hold you up. Don't look at me like that. I'm good, but I'm not good enough to do one-handed stuff. You gave me that look like, dude, are you serious right now? But yeah, man, that stuff is kind of hell of an encounter, eh? That William has your email. Cool, really cool. Um, man, I I mean, I've had physical stuff happen to me. I haven't had scratches yet though. Um, I'm both kind of happy I don't and kind of bummed at the same time. But from what I understand, they like burn. Um, so it's real irritating. Like I said, I've never experienced it, so I have no idea. Most of my physical stuff has been where I've been picked up when I was a child, and basically this stuff getting moved around. I mean, I felt like I've had the cobweb effect several times, which the belief out there is when you walk through a spirit or a spirit walks through you, it feels like cobwebs and there's no cobwebs around. I've had that several times all over this world. I've had that happen to me. That's been the extent of my physical side of paranormal. Being um, had physical dealings with them. So to be scratched, man, like I said, I mean, both kind of glad I did, kind of glad I didn't. I don't know. I mean, I've seen people be scratched, and I've heard plenty of stories like yours, Ray, where that's happened, but I just have no clue. I mean, obviously, it was something pretty drastic whenever it woke you up from a sleep. Better be lucky it was a ghost and not a succubus or incubus or something like that. Wouldn't be sitting there sharing that story then. was hoping she'd read her deal by now. Anybody else got anything out there they want to share that's watching? Trying to keep these in here. I appreciate everybody that comes on here and watches this. Also follow DA Roberts at DAX Machina on YouTube. Buy his books on Amazon. Very, very skilled author, very knowledgeable in this field as well. So that's somebody else that I recommend following. Another one, and I co-host with him, is William Nighthawk. William Nighthawk has seen some stuff in this world. So if you get a chance to go over to YouTube, look up William Nighthawk's channel, Into the Rabbit Hole and stuff like that. It's always great shows, really good shows. So if you ever get a chance to look them up on YouTube, do that as well. I mean, and I've got my author's channel that was up prior, where I usually do some updates. I haven't had time to work on my book here lately. So, that's, I'm hoping to get back into that soon. It's just been kind of hectic here lately. My long journey of paranormal started in the mid 80s. See, now that's like me, Ray. Mine started in the early 80s. I mean, mine started when I was 3 years old. And, that was my paranormal. My UFO stuff started when I was like 6 or 8. So I was around mid 80s. My Bigfoot stuff started in the early 90s when I was 12, 13. So my cryptid stuff started around there. Thanks for everybody who's came in. Welcome to the Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest. If you have encounters you want to talk about on here, man, let's talk about it. I love hearing this stuff. I love talking about it. We'll get down to the dirty together with it. We'll just kind of talk and see how she goes. But I've had paranormal stuff lasting about that long too, Ray. So I know what you mean. My first encounters with my late grandma, my mom's mom. And that was where I got picked up. When I was talking earlier about my physical, that was with her. She picked me up. But I was 10 years old when evil spirit pushed my mom down the stairs at the old house in Maine. Ooh. Wow. That's not good. Did you guys just move into that house when that happened? Man, Maine's got a lot of paranormal activity. Of course, with the history that was there, it kind of understands why, with all the deaths and everything else. You hated your bedroom. Yeah, I did too, because that was where because the attic sat next to our bedrooms in the house we lived in St. Joe up on Cudmore. And we had a basement, had the first floor, and then the top floor. Top floor was the 2 bedrooms and the attic that went across. And Grandma was always in that attic. That was where we was hearing all the noises. That's where I saw her. So yeah, the bedroom for me was kind of scary too. Whenever I was dealing with that in the early 80s. I was just a young tyke back then. So it wasn't that old of a house. Built in 1973. That wasn't an old house at all. You got to think it was just around 10 years plus old. That was a new home. Did somebody die in that home? before you moved in? Oops, daggone it. It's not what I was wanting to do. Stop it. Thank you. You was born in 74, and I was born in 79. Um, but I'm kind of curious as if somebody died in there prior to you guys moving in. That would be that'd be kind of interesting to know on why moving in there to attack your mom like that. Oh, okay. It was a battlefield during the French and Indian War. Yeah. Um, I mean that could tell you a lot right there. I mean that tells you a lot, and that's what I was talking about. Why Maine's got such a high paranormal activity because all the history that was there. I mean, think about Revolutionary Wars that were fought there, French and Indian Wars that were fought there. I mean, in wars against the natives. I mean, all together, there's a lot of death and a lot of things that happened in Maine. And then on top of that, you got all the sailors who died there. So I mean, it's there is a lot of been a lot of deaths there. I mean, there's I can't even recount all the stuff that's happened there. But well, that's probably it right there. I mean, across the road was Native American burial grounds. Um, Being disturbed, building houses, that's not uncommon at all to deal with stuff like that when you disturb something sacred and holy and magical as a place like that. I mean, there is a reason why we used to have rebar around graveyards. Um, iron bar. I mean, the iron keeps the spirits in, and we've gotten away from that. So, I mean, there you go. You got a French cemetery there on your side. So, I mean, you got two of them conflicting things going on at one time in your home. I mean, it's not uncommon to have something like that happen. It really ain't. You know. So yeah, I can see that being part of the issue right there. So, I mean, it could have been a very pissed off spirit, and it decided to lash out on your mom. Well, your mom and you, because you hated your room. It all started when we told the new landowner not to build in this spot or on the spot. Yeah, I mean, you disturb a place like that, you're going to have things happen. I mean, and that's why when I was talking about your encounter earlier, what have you, excuse me, what have you done to aggravate it to cause it to scratch you? I mean, that's why I asked that question is because that's usually what causes and leads up to that. Not every time, but it is a very high factor of why. So, and I mean, like I said, with all them deaths that's been around Maine, since before Maine was Maine. I mean, you're dealing with stuff. Like I was saying, iron bars were around graveyards for a reason. It was to keep the spirits in. You know, then when you tear that down, they're out. We don't do that anymore. And I'm wondering if that ain't why we have such a high paranormal outbreak, is because we're no longer practicing the things that we used to practice. We've been told that's superstitious, and it's, hocus pocus mumbo jumbo. Folks, there's a reason why it was done that way in the beginning. There's a reason why we have crap that goes on now that we had very little of before. You got to get back to the old ways. The old ways were tried and true and were good for a reason, because it worked. You get to this new modern way of thinking and you forget the old ways, and look what happens, folks. I mean, look at all this stuff that happens all the time now. Just like a couple ways to cleanse your home. You need to burn sage and ask the blessing of the ancestors and the good spirits. You also need to put a border around your home and your property with salt. Things went crazy, not only with us, the neighbors' water well went bad, um, except ours. We had a shaman bless the property before we sold the rest of the land. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, and that's what I'm talking about, the old ways. You got a medicine man that came in there and performed a blessing because the old ways worked for a reason. And that's something we need to get back into. If you're not liking what's going on in your home with this paranormal stuff, it doesn't hurt to try the old ways. It worked for them, so why wouldn't it work for you? Unless you're purposely bringing them in the home. If you're purposely bringing that stuff into your home, it's hard to guard yourself against that stuff. But you also got to take control of your home. That's your home, and you're in charge of that home. You're in control. Your great grandfather was Native American, yeah, yeah. So I've got three different types of Native American blood that runs through our veins too. My family's veins as well. I stick a lot to it. I mean, and I do it for a reason, because it works. You know, yeah, they want to tell you that it's primitive and you're not intelligent if you think that way. But look who had issues and look who didn't. That's all I want to say. So I mean, if you're having these paranormal activities, you need to start thinking about getting a medicine man to bless your home again. Get that sage, cleanse that home, put up your salt borders, take control of your home. One of the key things to do is take control of your home. Western Plains Cree, yeah. So I got Cherokee, Comanche, and Lakota, and that's just the ones I know about. I'm a mutt, and I'm proud of it. I love it. You know, I'm primarily Norwegian, but I'm a mutt. I'm a Heinz 57. I love it. Mutts are some of the best ones to have, folks. Um, but yeah, I mean, get back to them old ways. Like I said, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt nothing for you to try it. Anybody else in there that's listening, that's not commenting in here, I mean, it goes to you as well. If you got paranormal stuff that's going on like that, get your home blessed by a medicine man. Get that salt out, get that sage out. Take control of your home. You have the power in your home. You do. That's your home. And until you take power and not let it feed off your fear, that is when you start doing things. French Canadian, yeah, yeah. That's quite a bit up there in your area, Ray. Up in that area, yeah. That is real common up in that area. You know, um, there's a reason why in my the Dolphs, the Land Beyond book that I wrote it in that areas up there. There's a reason why they started in this new world in that area. Not only because that's what historically happened back then, but B, because I picked that location up in that area because of all the old magic, the ways, the people, and the things that happened was because of that right there. So, you know, but I mean, that's something people forget about is you control the home. You control what happens. You don't want them there. You have to be the one that does it. Now, somebody can't come in your home and get rid of them. You know, you have to ask them to come in and do it. You have to give them that power. But ultimately, the strongest power you have to get rid of them is you. That's your home. So, I mean, that's something to think about, especially if you got something that's clawing you. I mean, that's something you need to really think about, Ray. You got something that's scratching as being that physical. Your adopted brother Todd's a Cherokee. Yeah. If you actually look at the DNA breakdown of Cherokee, one of the civilized tribes, they're Jews. Their DNA is Jewish. Yeah, I mean, it's very well possible that it is the lost Jewish tribe. But all the civilized, what was known as the civilized tribes, have Jewish DNA in them. They knew the cross. They knew a lot of stuff. And a lot of their practice was Jewish like. Very interesting study. If you guys want something to study about that. It is very interesting. You can learn a lot from it. Um, but uh, but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, have you taken steps since being scratched? Have you talked to somebody about it, Ray? You been to Oklahoma? Yeah. Yeah. I want to go down there for the red dirt one time. Okay, good, Ray. Good. Yeah, because that's something you need to think about. If you're having that kind of physical activity happening to you, that's something you need to think about. You know, I keep sage here at my house for that reason. I mean, I take control of my home. It's my home. I have the power here. I'm the one that's in control. And a lot of times, the fear that you fear is not really your fear; it's theirs. If they know that you have power over them, then a lot of times when you're sensing that fear, it's their fear because they know what you can do. They're just hoping that you betray it as yours. And sometimes it is. If you're scared of that, I mean, yeah, it's going to be your fear. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of instances that the fear, and that's how I pick up on stuff. Stop it. Nine. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, so you know how we have brats?
That's going to be for dinner tonight.
I was thinking we have a bonfire and roast some on the
Oh,
bonfire.
I ain't doing bonfire. I got to work on that. Hey, do you want to share your UFO story on here real quick?
Oh, ooh, can I have my face?
You can hide your face, yeah, but you have to be over here close to the mic.
Okay.
Hey guys, she's going to share her UFO story real quick.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kara, come here. You know some too.
What?
Me, Snappy. Me and my friend Kira, we were out in the woods and, in the field last night. We were stargazing and stuff, and we were just laying there, and we were talking, and we were just laying there, and then all of a sudden there's like this airplane, but it wasn't an airplane because it was like oval shaped, but also kind of like a boomerang. And so we got scared because we were messing around being stupid, and we were like, oh my god, we're gonna get abducted by aliens. And it had weird lights and a weird big headlight on it. And so we ran back to the house and stayed aside for the rest of the night.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was their experience. I got a kick out of them when they came in and told me that. It's like, do you believe me, Dad? I was like, well, yeah, I see stuff all the time out here.
I thought we were going to
Spoke to a friend who is a medicine man. He's going to come by after my quarantine is up. Good. Yeah, that's good. You need to take control, Ray. You really need to take control. But yeah, it's And that's just not for your case. That's for anybody, period, that's dealing with this type of stuff. You have to take control of your home. It's if you don't take control, it takes control over you. So you have to remain strong. You have to do the right things. But if you're asking them to come into your home or inviting them intentionally or unintentionally into your home, then depending on how you do it, intentionally, it's going to be hard to get rid of them. Unintentionally, a little bit easier. But you have to take control. So some people are into that stuff and want that to happen around them, the good or bad. Me personally, I don't want to deal with that bad crap. And if a bad stuff starts happening, I take control. I mean, I've had a few times where something's came into my home and has started their crap with me. I evict them. No, we're not playing that game. And you got to too. I mean, you have to take control of your home. Oh, well, hi, Aurora. How you doing, kitty kid? What are you doing over there making noises? But that's good that you got somebody coming in, Ray. That's going to be very important. There's somebody else in here too. Oh, a bunch of you guys came in, huh? I'm getting surrounded by cats. Hey, no, no. Romeo, be careful. You're going to tear my stuff down, dude. Yeah, I mean, come over here. Get away from that. You're going to tear it down. Pain in the butt. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, what is everybody else thinking here? I mean, does anybody else got anything they want to add to that? Anybody else got an encounter they want to share? I get a kick out of my daughter and her friends encounter last night. That tickles me pink. I like it. That's why I was like, man, you want to share it? Just to see their excitement on there. They came in and let 4 other animals in, so now I got a bunch of animals in here. But so I just brain farted. What I was going to ask you, Ray. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, you're going to have to. So, but the thing too is that salt is with that old ways as well. So, I mean, if you get a chance, Ray, get you some salt and make a salt barrier around your property and around your home. That's just another way to protect you from stuff like that. You know, there's a reason why cultures burn incense. There's a reason why cultures burn sage. There's a reason why cultures have salt. I mean, even Christians have the holy water. I mean, there's reasons for that stuff there. But also, if you don't believe in it, they don't give it its power as well. So you got to have faith in the stuff too. If you don't have the faith, then you don't have the power. I mean, it's weakened. I mean, it'll do some good, but you got to be able to believe in it to make it to actually work. So, but no, I mean, that's getting scratched, Ray. That's pretty good. You got a lot of stuff going on over there, bud. Yeah, I've thought we've talked about some of your encounters quite a bit on here. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. So, like I've been lucky, and since that one thing, whatever it was, Wendigo, Ghoul, whatever it was that was following me a couple weeks ago, I haven't had a whole lot out here. I mean, I've had my regular guest, but my paranormal has went down quite a bit. I haven't had no more issues with that one entity, whatever it was. I haven't had none of that lately, so I've been kind of blessed on there. I didn't get a chance to make it out in my woods today, unfortunately. I've got to try to do that tomorrow. not only to swap out the batteries on my game cams, but also to document anything new that's happened. I've got, for now, because it's the only thing that I can afford, a cheap camcorder that I'm going to start taking out, so that I can. I'll have to try to find that in a minute, so I can start other ways of documenting stuff. This one doesn't have as good of a. I don't want to use IR, because of I think they want me to move out of the Kentucky. Possibly, man. After you let them control you, though, it will happen. Take control. So, like, this one depends on like moonlight and stuff, but it's not as strong as it said it was. It doesn't work very good. So I've got to try to save up money to get one better so that I can start doing some night investigations out here when it comes to cryptid and other stuff like that. I've got to save up money for a shadow box, save up money for a better EVP. Right now, like for me, I have this digital recorder that I can Velcro to my little megalophone thingy bobber that amplifies sound. So that way I can record whatever I catch. There's times I leave this out at night for like an hour or two, just kind of running. And I walk back inside to get rid of as much background noise as possible. And I'm going to be setting this up in other locations. Sadly, a couple nights ago, I could not catch the howls that I was having out here. Unfortunately, my house was blocking it because I had our house to the west of me, which is behind me, is the west. So I did not catch it, which sucks. But as soon as I can get some more stuff going, I want to start putting that in different locations. And what I do is let it run for an hour or so. Then I come back in and listen to it and see what I can pick up. Because I've noticed with cryptid stuff, especially when you're not in the area, you have a tendency to pick up more stuff. So for like my little megalophone thingy bobber, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, so you have to forgive me. I just call it my little megalophone thingy. I have a rubber band on the trigger. So I hook up that digital recorder to it, and I've got that trigger pulled so I can set it somewhere and walk away. And I can catch stuff a lot better that way. And that's some tricks if you're trying to catch things. That is tricks you can use. Is stuff like that. I wonder. Let me take a look here. I don't know if I could play. I've got a couple 1-minute EVPs. I know I've got it on my YouTube channel here under the videos, but that's not it. No, that's not it. I mean, this would be a good thing to try on is that mimic. I got the edited version of that mimic. And the reason why I share it, because it's not Bigfoot. I'm pretty convinced it's not Bigfoot. Let me see if I can share it on here. Meow. Meow. What's the matter, Aurora, honey? We will see, and you'll hear it right when I put the phone to my chest, because I went, oh crap, I got the light on, it could see me. So I caught it once. You'll hear it faintly about that. Oh, get off my keyboard, dude. Come on. Right there. You hear it right at the end. Shortly after that, you can hear the dogs in my house bark. And that's how I knew I caught it. Trying to remember where. No, that's not it. I have them. Well, I guess I can play it off my phone. Let me check that out. But if you don't have your speaker up, it's hard to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, she came running across my keyboard. I'm like, oh man, I knew she was going to do it, and I didn't get to her in time. Let me. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Sometimes they don't come in towards the end, until towards the end.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Not.
Me? What's got you scared? Was you guys able to hear that? If you are, I'll play one. If you're able to hear that, I'll play one more. Trying to see if I've got it saved somewhere in the email where I can transfer it over. But let me know if you was able to hear that. If you was able to hear that, then I'll play another one for you, and I can just play it off of here. So it's not in that one. Ooh, we may be in luck. Come on, dude. Meow. Meow. Oh, that's Rachel's. Okay. Yeah, I don't have them saved on my computer for some reason. And I don't know if you guys was able to hear that or not. What's disgusting? This one I think is my mom. What is disgusting?
Change.
What do you want to change? But that is just a couple EVPs that I've caught here. Um, Before I got that app where I can capture some of the stuff, we were having, or no, I just got this. I'm sorry. I had just gotten this app and I was playing with it. And before I can hit record, the first thing I caught was Odin, God, Jesus. And I wasn't able to catch it because I was just figuring out the app, and I got that hit before I figured out how I can record. So I was like, oh man, I wish I could have caught that on recording. I mean, these here are a few months old. I haven't tried to do any more EVPs here. I want to get a better setup to do EVPs. That's why I want a better EVP recorder and a shadow box. Just different ways to be able to capture that stuff. Um, I am kicking around, leaving my digital recorder up because sometimes you'll hear voices here at night. Um, I hear a little girl laughing and playing down to the east of me, which is in front of me. Down at my old place, I'll hear a little girl laughing and playing down there. Um, I'll hear people talk here when there's no one here but me. Um, I hear a little girl who calls out my name. Um, so, I mean, I get some interesting stuff that happens there. That's why I got that app. I just haven't paid for it. So, being able to do recordings on it's kind of hard. So, that's why I'm going to be saving up money to get something better. But if you guys was able to hear them recordings, let me know. But that's just a small sample of things that I catch here. And I could try, actually, I can try to send those by email now that I think about it. What's up, meow meows? Well, I'm on the interweb, honey. Yeah, spoiled little brat. Let me see if I can. Yes. Oh, kitty kids. Oh, meow meows. Yes, it's telling me it's exceeded, so I can't do it. Huh. I will try to figure out. I'm trying to remember how to get more of those uploaded to where I can do more of them. But these will only let me record for a minute long. And I think I've already exceeded my deal on them. Yep.
How do you feel?
Oh shit! Do you guys just catch that? That literally just happened. Um, I feel good. How do you feel? Y'all, I hope you heard that. That was real time. That literally just happened. Um, what's your name? Can you tell me who you are? Please, everybody, let me know if you can hear that.
She thought she heard me in the field, and I was all the way up here. And we thought Thor and Bucky and Romeo was asleep. But Bucky was in my bedroom, and Romeo's in here. But they were out there, and I don't know where Thor is. And
Stay inside because of what happened a couple weeks ago. If you got someone calling your name out there,
that's Kira said she heard me calling for her out in the field, and I was way ahead of her.
okay, keep your ass inside. Sorry, guys. Had a little thing outside we had to take care of. That's yeah. My daughter's just had my daughter's friend thought she heard my daughter calling for her out in the field, and everybody was in here. And with what happened a couple weeks ago, told my girls to stay in here. But please, everybody, let me know in the comments if you caught that EVP. I'm going to try to get it to talk again. I so hope you guys can hear that. I've got my digital recorder going now in case it happens again. So we'll do some live EVPs. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Good. Was that you calling for my daughter's friend out in the field?
It's impossible.
Why is it impossible? Are you saying because you're a spirit that you cannot feel? Or are you telling me it's impossible for you to tell me your name?
Can you hear her? Higher.
I cannot hear her. I can hear my daughter. Is that who you're talking about?
What is your name?
My name is Eric. What is your name? What is your name?
Why?
Because I would like to know. What is your name? Tell me your name.
You're listening.
Yes, I am listening. Tell me your name. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are. Why are you here? Do you know what happened to you? Was that you just made noise outside my window?
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? What has you scared? I would like to help, but in order for me to help, I need to know why you are scared. Is there something here that I should know about?
Lower your voice.
This is how I talk. What has you? Is my voice is what scaring you? Stupid. Nine. If I lower my voice, will you talk more? Is this better? I have lowered my voice. Who are you?
Can you hear him?
No, I can't. Who is it? Who are you talking about? Who is him?
Please go.
This is my home. I will not go. Or are you talking about him? Is there something here that we need to know about? Are you still here? Hello? Well, I guess they're decided to stop talking. I'm going to keep this running along with my digital recorder in case they start talking again. That's stuff I run into here, folks. I mean, you guys heard it live on this show. Oh, that's my digital recorder. So, I mean, what did you guys think about that? I didn't mean to halt the stories, but if I'm getting hits like that, I kind of want to try to communicate. Yeah, yeah, Ray, that was neat. I was just kind of, I mean, just it happens like that all the time here. I didn't catch the whole session on my digital recorder, but I did start recording once I got it working. And I'll try to upload that and put it on my short videos on here. Then again, you catch the whole thing right on here by watching this again. And I've still got it running. So if something ever happens, yeah, yeah. That's why I want to invest in a better EVP and a better shadow and a good shadow box, is so I don't have to depend on this to be able to catch my stuff. So it's just interesting though how my daughter's friend supposedly heard my daughter call for her out in the field, and then I'm getting hits on EVP. But I think the field incident is separate than this EVP, but I could be wrong. I mean, that's possible. But giving what happened a few weeks ago with that mimic, and the fact that she heard that voice out in the field, nobody was out there. That's why I told the girls to stay inside. But I'm going to keep this running. Hopefully, they start talking again. I may have to start doing this every time we do this campfire show. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but man, I'm like, dude, that is awesome to be able to catch that on a live like this. I'm hoping my digital recorder probably picked up something else that I didn't hear.
Attic.
I don't have an attic. Are you talking about when I lived on Cudmore in St. Joe?
Married.
I'm not married. Were you married? Did something happen to you? Do you want to talk about what happened? If you come with peace, then you have nothing
This
to.
is strange.
It is. But if you come in peace, I will not do anything to you, I promise. Let us talk about you. I want to know more about you.
I want one.
What do you want? Tell me what you want. Maybe I can help. Are you still here?
Hidden.
Why are you hidden? Why are you hidden? Do you not want to talk anymore? I'll leave this going. If you decide to talk to me, you can talk to me through this device in my hand. I would love to talk to you. I'd love to get to know more about you. There you go again, folks. So I want to keep this running um, in case they decide to want to talk again. Um, it'd be cool if we can figure out who they are and what they're wanting. I want to know what they're scared of and why they're hidden too. I can't wait to review this digital recorder and see what all I cut on there as well. Means I can't record on this. That's why I got that digital recorder going. Oh, I can't wait. I'm hoping there's something more on there as well. That would be cool. What'd you guys think of that? That wasn't even planned. That was just me showing off something, and all of a sudden, bam, was getting hits.
To your left.
Is that where you are? Or is it something I need to see? I'm looking to my left. What's there? Shh. Is it something outside? And you feel like talking, just say something. We can talk. I'll keep this going so I can hear you. If you come with peace in your heart, then you have nothing to fear. You have my word. Okay, guys. Um, I'll continue keeping this going. I had to plug it in because my battery's about dead. Um, I was looking to the left, like it said. I didn't see nothing. Um, Kind of some strange stuff going on tonight, but this is kind of cool. So hopefully it'll decide to talk more. I'd like to know who it is we're talking to. I'm glad you guys got to hear that. That's that's awesome. You guys got to hear that. I'm gonna have to watch this show later on. I want to see what it sounded like. I may have to do this more often. I may have to make it a deal for the Saturday night or the Saturday night shows on the campfires as we're waiting to hear stories from encounters from everybody else to see if we catch something else when we do. I mean, if that's something you guys are interested in, you want me to do it every night or every Saturday night on the campfire show, let me know, and I could do that. I think I was not expecting that, folks. I don't know, man. I just wasn't expecting something like that to happen. So that is pretty cool that we got to experience that together. And like I said, I recorded. I'll put the recording on my short videos. Um, I'll download it to my computer because I'm also anxious to see what else I caught during that time. So I'll end up listening to it, and once I'm done listening to it and analyzing it, um, then I will. Uh, I'll post it on there so you guys can go directly to it. You can also cut or you guys will also be able to catch it when you watch this again. So, oh man, that's just awesome. It really is awesome to be able to experience that
Car.
together. Is something at my car? Is there something at my car? What about car? Did you die in a car wreck? Please tell me what you mean by car. So I'm trying to figure out what it means by car. I don't know if it's talking about mine or their car. Um, I don't know if it's something I need to go look at or if it's talking about what happened to them. I want to thank you for talking to me tonight. You can talk to me more. Okay. So hopefully they'll start talking again. Um, we're coming up on the 2 hour mark. Um, I may be shutting it down here soon. I got to get dinner started. And plus, I got to work on that office some more. But, listening to these EVPs live like this, even though this was just out of the blue, wasn't planned, it's just something that happened and I ran with it. If that's something you want me to do more on my Saturday night shows, let me know in the comments. If you watch this later, let me know. That is, I don't know. I mean, that is so cool to be able to catch that with you guys. Honestly, that was freaking awesome. I still have it running, um, but we'll start winding things down. But if you got stories that you guys want to share, I'm going to put my email back up again. Email me here, and I'll do some videos on reading them. If you want to be anonymous, I will keep you anonymous. If you don't mind me using your name, that is fine. If you want to use a fake name, put the fake name in there. I'm all fine with doing all that. So I would love to hear your guys' encounters. I would love to hear your stories about your encounters. That's awesome. That's what this Saturday night show is about, is these encounters. If you don't want to talk, I'm sorry, guys. If you do not want to talk about them on the show, then email me and I'll do a video on them. I have no issue with that. While you keep him in your prayers, please follow him on YouTube. That's D.A. Roberts. And you can find him on DAX Machina on YouTube. You can also look up William Nighthawk. Let's keep him in your prayers tonight as well. You can find him on his YouTube channel down below. And they're really good people with really good information. Another one to go look at, and they're back to doing videos again, is Robbie Rip Rains on What's Really Out There podcast on YouTube. I don't have a banner for him. Even though I'm not affiliated with them, I use my books. Medical kits that I highly, highly, highly recommend. You're going to spend some money, but they're the best dang medical kits you can get out there. Is Dark Angel Medical. I have two of my own. I love them. I love them medical kits. When I'm doing field research or just driving down the road or sitting here at home, I've got them close by. That is stuff to look at. So you can go to darkangelmedical.com and find them. They're, like I said, these are none of my affiliates. It's just people that I highly recommend for my followers. But I want to appreciate you guys coming in tonight. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Saturday night show. And I can only grow it with you guys. So the fact that you guys come in, sharing your guys' stories is why I do this, and this is why I love doing this. So, man, I would love to hear more of your guys' stories. Ray, thank you for sharing your stories tonight. Ozzy, when you watch this later on, I hope you enjoyed what you missed out on. I'm sorry you had to miss it, but I understand the storms. We're getting ready to have sun ourselves right now. But you guys, just peace and love to you guys. I appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. I really thank you for coming and joining the campfire tonight. And I will do another campfire show next Saturday, but I will not be doing the Bizarre and Unknown podcast
How?
Sunday. How? What do you mean by how? Please explain. Sorry, it said something I was trying to communicate. Um, but thank you guys, everybody. And but like I was saying, I will not have a show next Sunday night, the Bizarre and the Unknown, because of the Super Bowl. So peace and love to you guys. And we'll catch you guys next Saturday. And I look forward to your guys' comments. So take it easy, everybody, and peace and love.